Anger is a powerful and often destructive emotion. It clouds our judgment, strains relationships, and keeps us from living peacefully. But there are ways to manage it. The Stoics, ancient philosophers known for their wisdom and emotional resilience, have given us 9 rules to train the mind and tame anger. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches the importance of controlling emotions and focusing on what we can control. Its core idea is to cultivate inner peace by accepting life's challenges with wisdom and resilience. Now, let's explore the 9 rules of Stoicism to manage anger effectively. The first rule is to remember that we are all connected. Marcus Aurelius, one of the great Stoic philosophers, reminds us, we were born to work together like feet, hands, and eyes, like the 2 rows of teeth, upper and lower. To obstruct each other is unnatural. To feel anger at someone, to turn your back on them, these are obstructions. Think of humanity as a vast, interconnected machine. When one part malfunctions, the entire system suffers. So, strive to live in harmony with others, not against them. The second rule is to take a broad view of the person who angers you. Anger narrows our perspective, so that we are negatively biased towards the person and do not maintain a balanced view about him. When someone wrongs you, immediately consider what notion of good or evil they had in doing it. When you see that, you'll feel compassion instead of rage. Marcus Aurelius encourages us to remember that everyone is human. So, when you are angry, look at the person in their entirety, not just the single moment that made you angry. The third rule is to remember that it seems so to them. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, advises, you will meekly bear a person who reviles you, for you will say upon every occasion, it seemed so to him. People act based on their own beliefs, even if those beliefs seem flawed to us. What they do might make sense to them, even if it doesn't to us. So, let's cut them some slack, they're just acting in line with what they believe to be true. The fourth rule is to understand and admit that you're not perfect either. When we get angry at the behavior of another person, Marcus Aurelius advises us, whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? So, before you judge or criticize someone else, reflect on your own imperfections. This humility can prevent anger and foster understanding. The fifth rule is to understand that we can never fully understand the motives of other people for acting as they do. Marcus Aurelius wisely says, consider that you do not even understand whether men are doing wrong or not, for many things are done with a certain reference to circumstances, and in short, a man must learn a great deal to enable him to pass a correct judgment on another man's acts. We often jump to conclusions about others' actions. But truthfully, we don't always know what's going on in someone else's mind or life. It's a reminder to be cautious before passing judgment and getting angry about people's actions. The sixth rule is to remember that our life is short. Marcus Aurelius advises us, consider when you are much vexed or grieved, that man's life is only a moment, and after a short time we are all laid out dead. Our time on earth is fleeting. Keep this in mind when you get angry. Is it really worth spending precious moments fuming over trivial matters? The seventh rule is to change your perspective about what angers you. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the source of your distress is not the event itself, but how you perceive it. So, shift your perspective, and you can change your mood quickly. The eighth rule is to remember, anger hurts you more than it hurts the other person, or the thing that causes anger in you. How much more harmful are the consequences of anger and grief, than the circumstances that arouse them in us? Says Marcus Aurelius. Remember, anger is a double-edged sword, it may hurt others, but it cuts you deeper. So, why hold on to it, when it's harming you more than anyone else? The ninth rule is to be kind, as it is always the right thing to do. Marcus Aurelius says, a good disposition is invincible, if it be genuine and not an affected smile and acting a part. What can the angriest person do to you if you respond with genuine kindness? If you are kind and do not get angry, you cannot be defeated. So, kindness benefits you and everyone else. And, a sincere smile and a kind word can disarm even the fiercest foe and turn them into a friend. There is also another tip that the Stoics teach us to manage anger, which is, to expect the worst from people as it is a realistic expectation. Marcus Aurelius says, Begin each day by telling yourself, "Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness, all of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil." Prepare yourself each morning for life's annoyances, and you'll never be caught off guard. When you expect people to behave imperfectly, their actions won't disrupt your peace. So, in summary, remember these Stoic rules, to manage your anger, and live a more harmonious, peaceful life. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Philotoons for more philosophical wisdom, with a fun twist.